Settling at this point was a science. They had begun to learn how to do this in 1607 at Jamestown, but by the time they come out here, by the time they cross the Appalachian Mountains, they have it down pat. They understand that they have to arrive like midwinter, okay, because you're arriving in midwinter around Christmas time. The Indian war parties aren't out, but more than that, they have to get crops in the ground by the end of March, because they're going to have 60-day crops that they can eat in May. All right? No family could bring out enough on their single pack horse to feed themselves for a year. What they had to do was be eating the things that they found. You can't support yourself on hunting. It just doesn't work. And these people were not very good at gathering. So that for them, they got something like beans, peas, cold weather crops in the ground end of March, and they're harvesting them in May. Let me talk about that single pack horse for a second. I know you're going to look at pack horses later on, but that pack horse can carry about 200 pounds. Half of that's going to be tools. The other half is going to be essentially seed. You've got to carry 2 years of seed in case you have crop failure. And that fills up that animal. That's 200 pounds. There's not a square inch or an extra pound left over. You know, you have minimum bedding. Everybody beds together on the ground for warmth. They had figured out efficiently how to do this. Okay, when you got here, the first thing you did was you cleared land. All right, you had to get a crop in the ground in just a couple months, so that's where they begin.
Migration has always been a family affair. Single people didn't migrate. Large groups of people migrated, and those large groups were comprised of families. And usually the families were also related to one another. This has happened in every migration throughout known history. And that means that everyone has a job to do. There is nobody on a migration that is just along for the ride, so to speak. Everyone has a job. As soon as children can work, they have jobs to do, and this is true while they're traveling too. A little 2-year-old girl will take a stick or a piece of river cane, better because it's lighter, and she'll be walking along like this, herding the ducks and the geese. She's in charge of the family's poultry. The boys, the very young men, they're in charge of herding the cattle and the hogs, because we have to bring everything with us. There are no stores along the way. There are no Walmarts. We have to take everything that we're going to need with us. The older girls are in charge of the children that can't walk or can't do anything yet. And the women, such as myself, are in charge of the pack horses. The pack horses are marvelous creatures. They can carry between 150 and 200 pounds comfortably all day long, about the weight of a man. But they're not riding them. That 150 pounds is broken up between 75 pounds of corn seed, 25 pounds of every other kind of seed, including flax, and 50 pounds of everything else that you need.